The latest Global Corruption Barometer shows that corrupt practices in Latin America are on the rise. Venezuela tops the list of countries with the highest overall bribery rate, followed by Mexico and Peru. This and other news next on Latin America Screening News. According to the 10th edition of Transparency International's Global Corruption Barometer Latin America and the Caribbean, most citizens feel that governments are not doing enough to fight corruption and that the level of corruption in the region has increased over the last 12 months. Survey participants who accessed public services in 6 key areas: police, courts, public clinics and health centers, schools, identity documents, and utilities, were asked whether they had paid any sort of bribe, made a gift, or did a favor in exchange for the services they needed. 76% of those surveyed had contact with at least one public service in the last 12 months. Of this, more than 1 in 5, 21%, had paid a bribe for basic services such as healthcare or education. This means that almost 56 million people in the 18 countries included in the survey paid some sort of bribe the prior year. Venezuela has the highest overall bribery rate, 50%, followed by Mexico with 34% and Peru with 30%. By contrast, Costa Rica maintains one of the lowest rates in the region with 7%, followed by Barbados, 9%, and Brazil, 11%. Despite the data, the study revealed that citizens overwhelmingly want to make a difference in the fight against corruption. Mexico ranks second in identity theft in Latin America and 8th on a global scale. According to government data, identity theft in Mexico generated illicit profits of more than 11 billion pesos in 2017. In response, Mexico's Institute of Transparency, Access to Information and Protection of Personal Data has published a guide to prevent identity theft, which outlines a series of recommendations for citizens to protect their data. A report on inquiries, claims and disputes published by Mexico's National Commission for the Protection and Defense of Financial Services Users indicates that in 2017, nearly 79,000 claims were registered in the financial system for possible identity theft, totaling more than 2.1 billion pesos. Meanwhile, the Mexican Banking and Securities Commission acknowledged those to 17,000 cases of identity theft of clients in the country's financial system, 3 times more than the prior year. David Robilar, president of Multilatin Background Screening, has been recognized for significant and outstanding contributions to the global community of background screening professionals and selected by the PBSA, Professional Background Screening Association, as its Volunteer of the Month for November. Robilar, an 8-year member of the organization, currently leads PBSA's Latin America Working Group. PBSA's voluntary recognition program seeks to highlight the valuable work and contribution for its members in the field of background screening. Through his in-depth knowledge and experience in screening programs for job applicants, suppliers, and partners in Latin America, Robilar has helped a multitude of global firms operating in the region to raise their screening standards in line with PBSA's best practices. That's all for now. Don't forget to check for the most up-to-date Latin America screening news at multilatin.com. I am Alejandro Millán, Director of Philo and Content Partner for Multilatin.